In our modern era, I think there's so much just traffic around the fact of, oh, this player is a game changer. This player does this. This player. Hey, every time you go back in the history of sports, you talk about a great player. It's usually tied to a great coach. You know, Michael Jordan. I mean, does it even have to be mentioned who he'd be mentioned with, right? I mean, Joe Montana, does it have to be even mentioned, right, in the same sentence? I mean, we know it's like Montana Walsh, right? It's just one of those things. Belichick and Brady. It's so important coaching. It just goes so far beyond what people on the screen can give credit to. And let's be real about it. In Daniel Jones' situation with the Giants, I mean, we've seen the struggles with the offense, right, in New England with Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. I mean, they're guys that really, theoretically aren't even offensive coaches. So they've struggled with that in New England. Right. Then the situation of Jason Garrett, right, going from a head coach to offensive coordinator, maybe not quite like in his wheelhouse, considering what he's been doing so long, right, as being a head coach, right, being more of an overseer, not a great, tactician that way offensively as a coordinator. But with Daniel Jones, you always saw the raw talent, right? You always knew that he had the ability to throw the ball well enough in the NFL. He's not a top 5 arm in the NFL, but man, he throws it with power down the field. And he's athletic and he has a great demeanor about him. He's never too high, he's never too low, but the impact of coaching just cannot be undervalued in any way. Brian Daboll and what he did, right, with Josh Allen. Look at the difference between Josh Allen last year to this year. Some struggles offensively, right? Ken Dorsey, first year offensive coordinator, starting to learn, the hard way, just the subtle plays and nuances and trick plays and just the way to keep the game and the momentum and your quarterback engaged from making mistakes. We didn't see that from Josh Allen a year ago. We're seeing it this year. So I think a little bit of it has to do with coaching. Ken Dorsey doesn't have like that resume of plays yet because he hasn't been doing it long enough. He definitely can get there with more time on task. But you see now Brian Daboll, right, taking all those lessons that he's learned from guys like Nick Saban, right, all those years, being with McDermott there in Buffalo. It's important and it's serving Daniel Jones here on the back end. And that's why he's had a great resurgence this year.